Hey there, so welcome to episode 55. I'm Russ, and this is sailing vessel Tautog. And location is currently St. Petersburg, Florida, and I'm on departure standby, which is my little mental thing that tells me that I am ready to go at a moment's notice. As soon as I think the wind and the tides are going to be right, I go. So there really are a few things still to go. I need to top off the water tanks every day, and in my case, I have a few other tasks on my list, but not a lot. So I'll be ready to go, and I'm very soon. And I probably won't leave until 3 more days, because it's going to be calm conditions the next couple of days, and I didn't want to get stuck out there in the Gulf in calm conditions. I'd done that before, and it wasn't much fun. So one of my neighbors taking off. So let's show you where I'm going to go. Okay. The high-level sailing plan is to depart St. Petersburg, Florida, and run down the coast. And I have a larger scale map here. You know, it's just showing the same thing. Getting down to Cape Sable. That's where we're going to go, Cape Sable. Because these beaches are not accessible by land. You might encounter another boat or two there, but that's about it. And so in general, I'll bet it's one of the only places in the USA where you can find a beach with no footprints. And so I want to spend a few days there in the Cape Sable. After that, I believe I'll head straight south down to Marathon in the Keys, and from there go to Bayonda, or maybe go up to Key Largo. I don't know. And really, there's no schedule at all. The whole objective is to slowly work my way up to Jacksonville and the St. Johns River in case of a hurricane. So that's the basic plan. Alright, so here's the stuff. My logbook. I mean, I keep that for sentimental reasons as much as anything else. I mean, if you went back in time, you would find children's writing and things like that in there, and it's really, it kind of tugs at my heart and helps me remember where I've been. But this is my nautical almanac. This is the work forms for doing the site reductions, and they step you through the calculations of doing the celestial calcs. This is just a plotting sheet which goes hand in hand with the celestial fix, because you generally make this a worksheet, and when you finally arrive at your latitude and longitude that you think you might possibly be at, then you transpose it over to the proper chart. This is a star finder. That's the book on how to use a star finder in case I forget, and I did forget. But this is I've got the disc for latitude 25 north, and I put it on top of the white disc, and this is how it helps you decide based on what direction you're looking, what stars you're going to see tonight and what their altitude is. So it really is very, very helpful. It takes a bit of getting used to, but that's pretty handy. And that's part of the Celestial Navigation Kit. And over here is just a lot of little things. I mean, this one here was on the boat when I bought it. I don't know that I'm going to keep it. It's just a little cardboard calculator, to do the 3-minute rule, basically. So I have done other things, and today I'm going to take my dinghy and get it hoisted further up and get the outboard off and put the outboard on the rack. That'll happen today. And just a few other things is all I need to do to get this boat ready and to go. And so it's going to be kind of a relaxing couple of days for me. There's not much to do, and I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, so one thing you can notice if you look closely is that there's a black rope tied around the motor and tied to my body so that I will not drop an outboard in the water ever again. Okay, so with the help of my friends, we got the main sail up. That's the new main. Stiff, crinkly fabric still. We got the new staysail up. Where's the cutter rig moving through the sea? The head sail is the same one we had before. And these are shots I can never take when I'm sailing the boat alone. So, one day soon. So we're still here in St. Petersburg. There's the pier over there, and there's the downtown. I see the ball field, and my marina is right over there. So it's not like we've gone very far, but I wanted to exercise all this kit, and I've got a couple of friends with me who are able to help us. Man, I love that. Stern light check. Question is, will the stern light be visible if I have the dinghy hanging there? Different problem. You're required to show a forward-facing mast light, and I have that working. And I'm required to show port and starboard running lights. Check, check. So, we're good to go. We can leave right now if we wanted to. So what's going on there? It's a bunch of scared fish is what it is. Probably not going to see any fish at all. Probably will not see any predators, but it's not dolphin, because I haven't seen one surface. Bunch of scared little fish. They're getting schooled by probably the jacks. So a bigger fish, the predator, will swim around these guys and force them into a little bunch and then eat as whatever they want, and you just can't quite see exactly what's going on. Another one happening over here. And now they're right here with me. But I still can't see down in the water. The glare is just... Well, I do see the little guys. Yeah, so it's a smaller fish. And they're scared, I'll tell you that. I don't know who's doing the hunting, though. That, I believe, is an osprey. A lot of people mistake these for bald eagles, but they're not. In fact, I believe ospreys are known to raid the nests of bald eagles and kill the young. But this one has a chirping sound. I'll wait for him. Whoops. This one makes a chirping sound. Repel boarders. Repel boarders. You know, you probably came up the cockpit drains, didn't you? Come on, dude. Get out of here. Get out of here. What we don't want, it's not so much that we don't want the crab on board, but we don't want him to die. We don't want him to die on board and stink up the boat. So. Yeah, well, you're not doing any harm right now. Where the hell did you come from is the question. Cockpit drains, I suspect. Or maybe the mooring lines, I guess. Hey there, so thank you for watching, everybody. I do appreciate all the subscribers, I really do, and any new viewers that are out there. And I really appreciate the comments that folks leave. It makes me feel like we've got a whole group of friends out there, and it helps me a lot, it really does. So one thing that's worth mentioning, and pardon my voice, I've had a bit of a cold the last several days. It's been a pretty ugly cough, so I'm not quite right. That's another reason I'm delaying by a few days, trying to get myself some more rest. But I digress. So when I think about the year as a whole, and I think back to the day I saw Tautog for the first time, I think about you know, how even the broker thought she's kind of an ugly duckling. She's not pretty and swoopy and sleek like the new boats. But as I've traveled with the boat and gone to different marinas and different anchor fields, she's considered an attractive boat by a lot of people. So there's that. So when I think about the year as a whole, the first thing that comes to mind is all the people I've met. So if I went back over the last 12 months, wow, I mean, sure, I've been neck deep in the innards of the boat, and I've been trying every day to make Tautog a little better each day, from really dirty work in the bilges and under the engine, and just, you know, some pretty ugly work that I don't really care for, you know, but I've done it in different places, and she has gotten better a lot. I mean, so I have all my groceries stored in the bilge now. That bilge was once black and oily. It really was. Everywhere, and now it's all nice and clean, and you can wipe with a finger and lick it if you want. So it has gotten better, but really it's the people. It's the people. This is why I do this, and this the people are why I want to travel. When I meet different folks from different places, it makes all the difference. So whether it's a freakish chance meeting with my friend from Abu Dhabi, who's now living here, that's kind of unusual, unexpected, happened to be right here in the U.S., and that's where she's at now. Or fellow cruisers that I met down in Mexico, whether it's a couple from France, whether from Canada, you know, all the young people I met from Canada, so many people in Mexico, from Denmark, and that's the folks from whom I have the new hat, and you know, folks from the UK, from South Africa, well, boy, where else too? A fellow veteran and a great friend here in Tampa, or this old scoundrel from Rhodesia, and it's the people that make life's journey, you know, in general worthwhile, and certainly as a cruiser and as a sailboater who lives alone on a boat, it's the people that we meet that really make this worthwhile. I've loved the sailing this year. I've loved, you know, in looking back, I've even loved the rough times, and I've loved the mishaps, such as a broken toe, and such as, you know, you can see my toe being iced with the beer because that's all I had that was cold, or the submarine bicycle that went in the water 2 times, you know. When the year started, I still owned Skipjack, if you remember the big red boat up in Scotland. I owned that boat until this past summer, and now she's sold and she's with a new owner, and I miss the boat. I love that boat still, but you know, we in life we move on. We accept change, and we shift gears and we move on. So, wow, it's been a great year, and I'm looking forward to the next year. So really what you're going to see different going forward, you're not going to see me in any given place for 3 months anymore. You know, unless I just love my hurricane hole, I'll stay there a couple months in August and September, but I'm going to start moving, and I'm going to be spending most of my time at anchor or in mooring fields or sailing. The days of being 3 months in a marina are over. I can't afford it, for one thing. It's $1,100 a month to stay here, and that's just not sustainable when you don't have a salary. So it's going to change, and we're going to be seeing some more places. The big plan is to not get destroyed by hurricanes this summer, and in October, when the hurricane season is generally over, I'm heading south, and we're going to be down the Virgin Islands in Puerto Rico and the Dominican Republic and spend the winter down there. And next hurricane season, we're going further south. So the traveling begins now. Won't leave the USA for several more months, but I hope that this channel will get more exciting and more as a travel/sailing channel. So I am going to be visiting other places coming up soon. So with that, I thank you again for subscribing and watching and following along, and I am thankful privately for my good health and freedom that I enjoy, and not everybody in the world has that, and I'm keenly aware of that. So I'm thankful and grateful every day. So take care, everybody. Have a great one, and we'll see you next time. So the next episode will be 56, and it's probably going to be several weeks because I'll put it together as I sail. But my first opportunity to be in Wi-Fi will probably be in Marathon or Key Largo in several weeks, so I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out. We'll see. So take care, everybody. Bye.